everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Rose Show. So today's guest is Taylor.
Hello.
And say again.
Hello.
Over the holiday, I got a game called
Table Topics.
Table Topics. So we are going to share this game with you. So the way it works is you pull a card out of the cube and you answer it. And we're going to let Taylor start today. Taylor, what's your card? Spill it.
My card is, are you in competition with any of your friends or family?
And
I am in competition with my siblings.
seriously, why? You're the only girl out of 3.
Exactly. And I'm the middle child. Ooh, silence.
This is the sound of the smallest violin in the world playing. My heart bleeds for you.
My brothers are the favorite. They are still on Mama's teat. They're definitely the favorites. Definitely. They're treated differently.
Okay, I'm going to call bullshit.
No.
I'm going to call bullshit.
Okay.
Because Taylor is my best friend. I share everything with her. And she's dramatic.
I'm not dramatic. My older brother is very needy. And my little brother is the baby.
And he is the baby.
And Mom had him a lot older than she had me and my older brother. So I think that she was different in raising him.
She's really on the struggle bus.
And yeah, because they're freaking
she's
cornholes.
struggling right now. This is like a
know.
run-on sentence.
I know. He's a little baby bitch. It's like, no, I mean, he really is. But anyway, I would say that if I was in competition with any friends or family, it would definitely be my siblings.
Oh, and that shouldn't be the case because,
Yeah.
you all have a special place in my heart.
I know, but
You
Taylor's at the
specifically,
bottom of that
especially
totem
when I
pole.
envision you falling off your bike at the age of I don't know, what were you, 6, 7? It was so traumatic. It was traumatic for me even.
I still remember
But
the event.
let's
What's your
keep it
card,
moving.
Rhonda?
Okay.
Let's see.
Is the silent treatment a method you use when angry? Ooh, it is the only method. Okay? Seriously, when I'm angry, I use the silent treatment, but it's not to torture the person I'm pissed at. It's just because I have to process. And if I speak when I'm angry, the tongue can cut and I will. Mm-hmm. Which mean person is it with the knife? His hands are knives. It's a
Freddy Krueger?
yes.
Oh.
I either stay silent or I'm going to Freddy Krueger your ass straight up. I will cut you with my tongue many
I can't
different
do silent
ways.
treatment.
So silent treatment is my way of sparing not only myself but you. Okay, next.
Okay, here we go.
What do we got?
What would you like to be hypnotized for?
Oh.
I mean, are we on the Rose Show or the Date-demic? Because
It could go either way. It depends on how you answer this question.
What would you like to be hypnotized for? There's a couple things that I could be hypnotized for.
That is my best porno music.
Yeah, we're gonna put that one down because I feel like that can only go one of two ways, and that's inappropriate. Are we on the Rose Show?
No, we're on the Date-demic.
You're lying. What are we on?
Just answer the question.
Okay, what would you like to be hypnotized for? I don't know. That's weird. Why are you turning red? I'm turning red. I can feel it. Next. Who can drive you crazy in 5 minutes or less? Joseph Curry.
How did I know she was going to say that?
Curry.
Why?
Because he's known me for so many years that he is the only person in the world that knows my buttons and which ones to press. He can drive me crazy in less than 5 minutes, like maybe 30 seconds.
And how many years have you guys been dealing with each other?
Since 2011, so 11 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yep, Joseph Michael, that's it. He can drive me crazier than my kids.
Okay, next. When you're alone, do you talk to yourself out loud? I am my most favorite person. I come to myself for advice all the time. It might seem crazy to y'all, but I think I give damn sound advice to myself.
I could agree. Okay, in a movie about your life, who would play your mother?
There's only one.
Right. In a movie about your life, who would play your mother?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know many actresses right off the top of my head like that.
That are as crazy as your mom or as pretty as your mom. I mean, you want me to keep going?
In a movie about your life, who would play your mother? Let's see. You're throwing me off, Rhonda. You're throwing me off. Who's a crazy actress?
Why does she have to be crazy?
That is you.
Was me coming up the steps on New Year's Eve
I know
an indication?
What is her name? The lady. It's not Melissa McCarthy. You would be Melissa McCarthy.
Don't fall back in your chair, girl.
It's Melissa, isn't it? The real funny one.
Oh my gosh, that had the bag on her head.
The balls,
the little tiny pea balls.
Yes.
You got little tiny girl pea-sized balls. They're
because
tiny
you guys are
balls.
hilarious, and you've got that's it. Melissa McCarthy.
Okay, mine is your glass half empty or half full? My glass is always full, whether it's half air, half whiskey, half bourbon, half what the fuck ever. It's always full of something. Full crazy. It's full. It's always full.
Okay,
next.
Let's see.
She said no. Let me read what she's passing up. What do you need to let go of from your childhood? Oh, no, we have to answer that.
No.
Come on, I'm going to paper cut you with your card.
What do you need to let go from your childhood? The hatred that I have for a certain person.
Who is it?
Dad.
Not a hatred that you have for him, but...
Well, no, not towards him, no. But there are certain things that I look back on that I need to let go of.
Okay.
Next.
When you hear the word scary movie, what pops? Okay, I should probably put my glasses on, but I'm stubborn, so I'm just going to hold it from my face 5 miles. When you hear the word scary movie, what pops into your head? Scary movie?
Really? That's it? That's not a scary movie, though.
No, but it's a scary movie. Pops into my head. It's stupid with the Scream, right? The Scream guy. Or is that Scream?
That's Scream.
Okay, well, maybe it's Scream.
Scary movie is the one that was like a funny, like a weird...
Scary movie. Okay, so it was about a baby that was demonic. And I don't remember who. It's old as dirt. I don't remember what it's called. Something's baby. Somebody's baby.
Was it like Annabelle or something?
No, it wasn't Annabelle. Even though Annabelle's scary, it was called someone's baby. It was Rosemary's Baby. Anyway, it doesn't matter because...
Who in your family most needs to be in therapy? I need a piece of paper and a pen for this one because we can make a list.
This is going to be interesting as a motherfucker.
Besides myself, I would say Tyler. And I'm not saying
why
that
are you picking on my boy? Why are you picking on my favorite?
I am
what
not,
the fuck, man?
I know he's your favorite, but I wouldn't say it in a bad way. But I would just say it because we all know that he struggles.
He's on the struggle bus sometimes.
Yeah.
But we love him.
Of course.
And he's
absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, he is.
We
know.
She's on the
haters
bus. She hates. She's jealous.
It might even be Caleb.
We can't listen to her.
Caleb might need therapy.
She needs therapy. Kidding. Yes.
No, but really. Everyone in our family needs therapy of some form or
what lie do you keep telling yourself? Okay, I have to say the biggest lie I tell myself on a regular is that I can fix people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to leave that there because I struggle with that tremendously.
She thinks she can fix everybody.
I do.
And not everybody can be fixed.
Nope. Some people are irrevocably broken.
What physical attribute makes you insecure even though you know it's silly? My sandwich meat flabby
Pancake titties.
I knew
was going to say that.
When I am not pregnant, let me tell you, it looks like I have deli meats slapped on my chest. And I know it's something silly. I know not everyone looks at my tits. It doesn't even matter, but I see them and I happen to laugh because what else can you do? But yeah, that's my physical attribute that makes me insecure, but I know it's silly. That's it. Deli meat titties, girl.
She does have deli meat titties when she's not pregnant.
I know, but when I'm pregnant, let me tell you, them bitches.
Those bitches are on fleek. All right. How often do you worry about money? I try not to worry about money, and this is why. If you manifest, because I'm all about manifest fucking nation. If you manifest that you will have money and it's all going to work out the way it's supposed to, surprisingly enough, it just sort of comes to you. It happens. It's been happening for me my whole entire life. So I try not to worry about money at all. I mean, I'm conscious of how much I spend because obviously you can't spend more than you make, but I don't worry about money too much.
I don't either. If I want it, I got it. What is your nervous habit? I don't know. I'm medicated. So I don't really have nervous habits anymore. Oh, a nervous habit? Mm-hmm. Would that be like my hands sweating or yes, when I get nervous.
Anxiety?
Yes, I feel very anxious. My hands sweat. My wheels turn. Oh, the list could go on and on and on, really. I mean, yeah.
Okay, what embarrassing moment has stuck with you over the years? Okay, this is TMI, and I am that person that I will never toot in front of my man, maybe my daughter, but I do not toot in front of people.
Her oldest would say that women don't toot.
Right, and he's learned that from his mother. But listen, so I was living with my best friend and her father was having the windows replaced. And it was the night after a night out drinking, and I tooted. And I have to tell you that it smelled like absolute and utter death. And so I crawled under the table, and her dad said, "What in the fuck? What just happened?" And everyone that was the guys that were replacing the windows, they were making their noises and their gestures. And I looked at her dad and I said, "Oh my gosh, Chuck, what did you do? That's disgusting." Okay, well, he was not about to allow me to, one, blame that odor on him, but two, to get out of my bullshit. So he lifted me up, grabbed me by my ankle, lifted me up in the middle of the living room and pointed to me and said, "This is the culprit of that nasty ass funky smell." And I still remember that. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life because, again, I don't toot in front of people. It was silent, but it was most definitely deadly. And he, up until the day he died, he still talked about that. And so, yeah, that was one of my most embarrassing moments. I've had many embarrassing moments, but that was the most embarrassing.
And I couldn't imagine being called out by him for something.
It was horrible.
Like that.
It was horrible.
All right. So what's the craziest thing you've done this year? Considering we're only 5 days in. I haven't done anything. I don't do anything crazy anymore. Craziest thing I've done this year is
pick her mom up on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Watched her stumble up the steps. Watched her almost fall down the steps. Had to walk her. She said, "Will you please walk me to the door?" And we were in the vehicle, so she held on to the window as we crept up the driveway in the vehicle, and she held on to the door.
You know, the guest today, I'm not sure I know her that well. I actually picked her up earlier. I was having a great lunch at the Elks, and she was there. It's the first time we ever met, so I don't know who this person is that is joining us today, but let's just keep moving. Who do you know that needs to get out of therapy? No one. People think that they don't need therapy, and I can guarantee you that 99.9% of the people on the planet are damaged. Mm-hmm. And we all need therapy of some kind. And yeah, I would say that about 89% of those people are in denial when it comes to the fact that
everybody needs someone to talk to.
Yeah, of course.
You can't keep it all in all the time. Mine is, what pushes your buttons?
Joseph Michael Wesley Perret.
Yeah, we could say Joseph again. But honestly, I would say what pushes my buttons the most, if this could even make sense, but not having control. I like having control of situations. And if I don't have control, it makes me really anxious and it makes me really upset. I like having control.
Control's a big deal for me too.
Yeah. I like,
and
just
I don't even
knowing,
realize that I'm trying to control something until they say stop.
Yeah,
just
chill out.
Take a minute. Yeah.
But I do like having, and not even control like in a controlling way. But I just
you just
need
like to know what the outcome's going to be.
Yes.
You like to know what your odds are. That's
Yes.
how I am.
Yeah.
I need to know, is it a yes or a no? I can't do gray areas.
Yeah. Just like with being pregnant, I need to know when this baby's coming. It's not a matter of, you know what I mean? I don't care when she comes. I just need to know when she's going to come. I don't know. It's just a form of control, but that pushes my buttons to the max.
Have you ever been bullied?
Yes.
I was bullied by my sister growing up. I've been bullied in relationships. Yeah, I would say I've been bullied. Not to the point. I don't feel like it's done irreparable damage, but I have been bullied. All right. And those motherfuckers are no longer a part of my life. What you got?
What you got, girl? Mine says, to what degree does the daily news affect your mood? And I would say it doesn't, because I don't watch the news because I don't want it to affect my mood.
Good job.
I don't want
garbage in, garbage out.
Right.
Seriously. I try to avoid it as well.
I'm not watching it.
What are you afraid of at 3 a.m.? Okay, 3 a.m. used to not bother me until Tayler Tot decided to share with the world that it's the
witching hour.
The witching hour. Mm-hmm. So now at 3 a.m., when I come downstairs to use the bathroom and I have to go all the way back upstairs, I always think that someone's coming after me and they're going to grab my ankles. How childish is that? But it's very real. The 3 a.m. witching hour is very real, people. Don't let it get you.
Mine is, how often do you think about germs? And since we are now in 2023 and COVID is a thing, a tridemic is a thing, a pandemic is a thing, everything's a thing.
Not to mention
And
a daydemic.
I work at a pharmacy.
Can't let that one fall to the side.
And the date-demic. But where I work at a pharmacy with a whole bunch of sick motherfuckers.
Germ ass bitches.
Yeah, I think about germs often. And also the fact that I've got a sick little boy.
Too.
Yeah.
But you do have Caleb is definitely.
Yeah, so I do. I think about germs very often, whereas before I didn't really, you know what I mean? Washing my hands all the time wasn't something that I did.
You can go and eat that mud pie, girl.
Yep, seriously. But now I worry about those things because, you know, I'm around sick people and I have a sick child.
How often do you let the little stuff get in the way of the big stuff? I don't say I let the little stuff get in the way of the big stuff. I can honestly say that, and my mom has said this my whole entire life, that I'm in a bubble. And I think that bubble was a coping mechanism. It was like, I don't know.
A way to shut off the world.
I don't know how it came to be. It had to be a blessing from a higher power. But I grew up in a somewhat tumultuous environment. And I think that bubble protected me on so many occasions. So, and it's still there. So a lot of times I don't let small shit bother me. I think that's why I've gotten as far as I have in life. Mm-hmm. Otherwise I would have been a drug addict like everyone else I know.
Yeah. Whack job. Do you generally date people who are crazier or saner than you? And I would say that I generally date people who are saner than me.
Really? Joseph saner?
I would say that Joseph is definitely more sane than I am.
Or is that Joseph is crazier and you have to stay sane trying to keep him focused?
I would say that I am crazier than Joseph. Because when we have our moments, your girl gets crazy and Joseph just
I have witnessed that. I've had to save him.
Yes.
I've had to save him.
I am definitely a lot more crazy in ways. I feel like Joseph is a lot more outgoing crazy and will do crazier things than I will, like as far as having fun and stuff like that. But when it comes to the mentality, I am way crazier than Joseph. I am batshit crazy.
She's got me scared now. Okay. Are you a better talker or listener? So I'm going to say I love to talk, but people come to me and want to spill the beans about everything in their life. So I figure I must be a good listener. Either that or I'm good at toning them out and them thinking I'm listening. I don't know. I don't know.
I
it
do
could
that
go
a lot.
either way. Do you
I'll be
think I'm a
like,
good
yeah,
listener or a good talker? I think I do both equally well.
Yeah, but I think you're a better talker than you are a listener.
Because I can talk some motherfucking shit.
Yep. I'm a good talker too because I have found, again, back to Joseph, but I have found that there are times where we'll be laying in bed talking about something and he'll be going on and I'm just like, yeah, And then by the end of it, I have no idea what the fuck he was talking about.
So you're not a good listener. That's what I just learned.
No, I am.
I'm not, because people will say, I told you that last week. And I'm thinking, okay, well, last week I might have been tone deaf to your mouth. So I didn't hear anything you said.
It depends on what they're talking about. If it's catchy and I'm in it, then I'm in it. But if you're just going on and on and on, I'm not.
Yeah, if you're talking for over 5 minutes, I stopped listening 3 minutes ago. Just FYI.
Oh goodness, what habit of yours needs to change ASAP? Ooh,
you need to pick another card.
The only habit that I have that I think that I need to change is, I guess it's not necessarily a habit, but I wish that I could work on my communication.
Oh, I think that's global.
Yeah, I don't really have any habits, you know what I mean? But my communication definitely needs to change because I feel like that.
New year, new you, honey.
No, New Year, same.
New year, new you, honey. You need to make a change.
Young Child Cafe.
Young Child Cafe. All right, mine is, if you're feeling low, what's your trick to feeling better? I just grabbed me a little drink. No, honestly, I have to say, when I'm feeling low, I have my kids. And, I was talking to a very good friend of mine, David, and he said he had been feeling lonely. And I said, that's the advantage to being single and having children. He's single, has no children. The advantage to being single and having children is I can hang out with my kids, man. My kids actually like me, which I love.
Yeah.
And I can call my daughter, I could call either one of my kids, my sons. I can, Gavin, my youngest, he and I are really big into chess. So, hey, you want to play a game real quick? So I'm never really alone.
Yeah.
And I love that. So yeah, whenever I'm feeling low, I always reach out to my kids. They're my fucking people, man.
I know. You're our people.
They're my people.
Keeping it real.
So we're gonna do a couple more, and then we're gonna save the other 500 of these cards for another time because we're coming up on 30 minutes. So
already?
Yeah, right. Wow. This has been fun.
Okay. What thoughts keep you from getting to sleep at night?
Motherfucking life.
Yeah.
That person you stopped from putting your hands on at the pharmacy.
No, I don't let work get to me like that. I talk about it to Joseph when I get home, and that's the end of that. I don't let that keep me up at night. I would say my children. What thoughts keep you from getting to sleep at night? I wonder if I'm a good mom a lot of times, and I know that I am, but that's the stuff that keeps me up at night. Yeah, you are a good mom.
What worries me about you, and I've had this conversation, I don't remember who it was with, but we had this conversation. You remind me very much of your Aunt Donna, in that
I'm 110%.
You're 110% in. You don't keep any for yourself, which means when your kids finally grow up and move out, you're going to be looking around like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with my life?
I do that now when I'm not with them.
You can't. You have to. I gave you guys a solid 60%. And solid.
It was solid as fuck.
Solid as a motherfucker. But that 40% I kept to myself. And by doing that, I was that 60% that you guys got from me was the shit, man.
Yeah.
It was a happy.
Yeah, I give my little heathens 110. And I wish that I did.
The devil. No, I'm kidding. She's a really good mom.
Right.
Is your mind more open or closed? I would say that if you asked me this question 10 years ago, I would say it was closed off in a sealed fucking vault that no one would ever be able to penetrate. Now it's, man, I've been exposed to a lot of stuff, good, bad, and indifferent. And that exposure has definitely opened my mind to a lot of different things. I'm blessed. Life is good, man. I'm glad I'm more open than closed now.
Yes, me too. It makes life a lot easier to be around you. How often do you know you're right but let it go to avoid an argument?
Ooh.
Never. When I know that I'm right, I'm going to fight you to the death. I will argue about it until the death. I'll argue about it until you fucking move out. When I
Bitch, I'll be arguing about that shit after I'm dead, haunting your ass.
Right.
Writing shit on your mirror in the steam.
If I know that I'm right, I'm going to make sure that you know that I'm right. And that's just that. We're not going to avoid the argument. We're going to get down to the nitty. And
See, and I'm the total
crazy.
opposite. I will just walk away because I don't like to argue, man. Arguing stresses me out. I can't deal with it. What's the best piece of marital advice ever given to you? No one ever gave me marital advice, but if I could give you a piece of marital advice, it would be, what, Taylor? What would that be?
Don't get married.
Yes, honey. There's your advice. Don't get married. It's a piece of paper. If it's going to last, it's going to last because you want it to. That piece of paper has nothing to do with anything. The only thing it does, it's like ownership. And I don't like that shit. Makes it harder to get divorced. Fuck marriage. That came from the heart, by the way.
Okay. For better or for worse, what music affects your mood? I love me some country music.
Skirt, skirt. But I have heard you listen to Post Malone.
Oh, I listen to
you
everything.
listen to it. You're very diverse.
I do listen to
in your
everything, but
genre.
as far as affecting my mood, I mean, it just depends on what mood I'm in, really. Because
I
there are
agree.
some days that I could bump in the car to, Post Malone or Boosie, and then the next day I'm listening to Morgan Wallen, and the next day I'm
Who
listening.
doesn't listen to Morgan Wallen? Look, people, if you aren't listening to Morgan Wallen, you have a
not living your
serious
life.
deficit. Something's wrong. All right,
Right.
you're broke.
Right.
You need
You're
therapy.
broke.
You're
Yeah,
broke, you need therapy.
How many more are we doing? 2, 3?
We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
Okay. Do you look more often for the tragedy and comedy or the comedy and tragedy? I would say the comedy and tragedy. Okay. I'm going to leave that there.
Yeah.
We definitely,
Yeah.
I think all my kids look for the comedy and tragedy.
Yeah, of course. We always
have
try to
to-
make the best of shitty situations.
Yes, right. You have to laugh at that shit. Otherwise, you'll.
Even in death, you have to
Yeah.
find the
Right.
good memories.
Yeah.
And you just always have to find the comedy in
I
bad.
agree. So we had someone die last year. It's coming up on a year.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we went through our stage of mourning, but now I can look back and like the
Talk about
story
him.
I told you earlier about me tooting, you know what I mean? And him pulling me up by my ankle and holding me up in the air. It's the good memories. You have to
Yeah.
find the comedy and the tragedy. Otherwise, it's all just a
gonna be
fucking great big tragedy.
Yep. And fuck that. All right. Have you ever been considered high maintenance?
Sorry, I'll try to find that spot in this podcast and
I have
delete
been
it.
considered high maintenance. I have been considered dramatic. The list goes on and on, but I am high maintenance for myself too. I feel like I don't make any, does that make sense? I'm high maintenance, but I take care of myself. Shit.
She on fleek. Okay, which friend is most likely your therapist? Do I even need to answer this? Taylor, you want to answer it for me?
Me. Who's your therapist?
My father.
Oh, Tyler. Oh yeah, you guys do talk about different shit.
My therapist is my oldest child, aka my father.
Her father.
He is forever giving me advice,
Lectures. Yes.
telling me what to do, how
Bossing
to
her
live, how to
around.
breathe, bossing me
Yeah.
around, telling me who I should see, who
How to
I
wipe
shouldn't
her
see,
ass.
telling me how I should sit on the toilet and wipe myself. He's a hot fucking mess.
Is this the last one? Mm-hmm. Have you ever turned down an opportunity because of fear?
There's no way I didn't teach you that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a time that I have. No.
You are like your mom.
Yeah, I don't ever.
You feel the fear and go,
Yeah, fuck that fear.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever turned down an opportunity because of fear.
have you ever not done something out of fear? Not an opportunity, but have you ever not done something because you were afraid?
No. But we were talking earlier about
jumping,
skydiving.
yes.
Yep. And that is, I've been all for it.
But I guarantee you, if I were to do it with you, you would do it. Guarantee you. Because I have this way with my
To
kids.
twist my arm.
No.
I mean, you tell me to get in the plane and the ticket's paid for, I'm going to get in the plane and
Yeah.
I'm going to jump.
Right.
But thinking about it, can go back to what makes me nervous.
But you don't think about it. That's just it.
That's something that I would think about the night before laying in bed.
All right, here's the last one. Here's the last one. Which traits of your parents do you hope you never adopt?
Ooh.
All right, this is a quick one. Drug addiction. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got as much enjoyment out of this. What is it?
This is silliness.
It is. I love it. Anyway.
Check Rhonda out on the Date Demic
and the Rose Show.
On the Rose Show.
Like, share, follow.
Yep.
And
She's
if you
even on TikTok. Look her up on TikTok.
Oh, don't look me up on TikTok.
Look her up on TikTok.
Anyway, if there's a topic you would like for us to cover, or if you want to be on the show, man, reach out. Would love to have you.
Absolutely.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
See ya.
That's going to be good as fuck.
So you'll have to go through and weed out ones that
Oh gosh, look, I didn't